let's go back to OPKs, ovulation prediction kits, right? And I was saying that for many people that are trying to conceive, right, the OPKs feel like certainty. They've got something that can help them control timing, right? Because a lot of people have issues with knowing when they ovulate. So when they use OPKs, they feel like, yeah, I've arrived. I'm now doing all the right things. But here's the truth. Most people don't know these few things I'm going to talk about. Anyway, nobody will tell you, but you don't say my I'm a boy is too much, right? My I'm a boy is too much. But please know that ovulation kits would not confirm ovulation. Ovulation kits do not confirm ovulation. What they do is they predict hormonal a hormonal signal. That's what they do. So they just predict it, and sometimes that signal can be misleading too, right? That signal can be misleading too. Ovulation kits are designed to detect. They are not designed to prove ovulation, right? And what are they detecting? They are detecting luteinizing hormone. In fact, that is the chief of the discussion tonight, luteinizing hormone, right? So they detect luteinizing hormone. They were designed for it, and now this hormone rises sharply just before ovulation takes place, right? Just before ovulation takes place, that hormone will rise. And of course, in the other discussion we had a few days ago, we talked about LH surge. That's what it means, right? Now, what the kit tells you is Joy Stitches. Thank you very much. So what the kit tells you is, when you have positive tests with your kit, right? It only means that LH surge has been detected, right? Understand what I'm saying? When you get that positive test with your OPK, right, it's only telling you that LH surge, LH is a hormone, right? It only detects that LH is here and is high, right? That's what is detecting. But what the kit will not tell you, right? The kit does not confirm ovulation has happened definitely. Now, it doesn't. It's only confirming the hormone presence, but not that ovulation. You remember what ovulation is? If you miss my video on ovulation, go to YouTube, search my name. The videos are there, right? Search on my search bar, search ovulation. You see all the videos that I discussed ovulation. The OPK you're using does not confirm the ovulation will definitely occur. It's telling you that LH surge has been detected, but it will not tell you whether truly ovulation happened. It will not tell you whether the egg will be released or has been released. It will not tell you whether the egg involved is a healthy egg, right? It does not confirm that the timing is perfect, right? Because ovulation can shift, whether forward or backward, or even delay completely or suspended completely. right? Your OPK will detect LH, yes, but it will not detect any of these things I just mentioned, right? So normally the LH surge, right, would mean that ovulation is imminent in 24 to 36 hours. But remember, from if you've learned anything we've been talking about at all, biology is not always perfect like that, right? That is the expectation. Sometimes LH can rise, but ovulation will not happen. Have you not heard of an ovulation before? Right? The test is telling you that you ovulated, but when you scan, there's a retention cyst. That follicle refused to rupture. What happened? Or there was no egg released eventually, right? And this is called this kind of situation is called LUF, that is luteinizing unruptured follicle syndrome, right? Don't worry about the name. Just understand that you can test positive to ovulation, but yet ovulation did not occur. And even if it occurs, the test is not telling you whether the egg is a quality egg, right? Or whether the egg is even present at all, right? So these few points is to help you know when ovulation kits can mislead you. Who is ready for this? Right? These few points will help you know when ovulation kit can mislead you. Who is ready? First, you can have LH surge without ovulation, like I mentioned earlier. Because in some cycles, right? In some cycles, the hormonal signal will occur, yes, but the follicle does not rupture. You know, somebody was asking that kind of question. Yeah, you see, Christy Labelle, that is why I'm happy that today is Friday, because I know the moment I'm done with this live stream, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not seeing anybody till Monday, right? Yes, so right. So like I was saying, LX surge can be detected without ovulation, right? Without without ovulation, the follicle does not rupture. The follicle should rupture because the rupture of the follicle is actually what ovulation is. It has to rupture because it will release the egg into the fallopian tube when it ruptures. But for some reason, you have tested positive to ovulation in your OPK kit, but in the real sense, the follicle does not rupture. So the test is positive, but no egg is released. And now you're asking me in the live stream, why am I not pregnant? This is one of the many reasons why you seem to be doing everything right and pregnancy is still not happening. Remember I told you not to trust these OPKs. Use them, but don't trust them altogether. I've given all the possible ways to know, or rather, what do you call it now? All the possible signs to know when ovulation takes place. So if you miss that one, go and find it in YouTube. Search my name, you'll find it there. Right? So you have positive tests, no egg is released. How can you help egg to mature? That's a good one. Go and see your doctor. Go and see your doctor. Although some of these things they prescribe to you is just to help egg maturation. So go and see your doctor. He can help you. And also, while it matures, they can also give you trigger shots. And you ovulate. But if you do all that and you're not knacking, forget. All right. So remember, we're talking about when ovulation kits can mislead you. So the first one is LA surge can happen without ovulation. So you can test positive to the test, but the egg is not released. That's the first one. The second one, you can have multiple LH surge. Really? What does that even mean? I hope you know. Okay, if you don't know, I'm telling you now. Some women experience more than one LH surge in a cycle. Thank you very much, Chef Cheesies. Thank you. Some women, thank you very much for the gifts. Some women experience more than one LH surge, such as in LH rise in one cycle. And this will become common in conditions like PCOS, right? Conditions like PCOS. You can have multiple positive tests, OPK tests, and it's going to confuse you about ovulation. So those of you that have PCOS problem, are you using OPKs? Is it confusing you yet? Yes, it will confuse you because in PCOS you can have multiple LH. Very confusing. So that's why you should not depend too much. All right, use them, but use them wisely, and that's why I'm giving you all the details. If you can listen hard enough, you know how and where to use it. Where are you? I'm in Abuja, Nigeria. So the third point, when the OPK kits can mislead you, in some individual, LH naturally elevates, right? And now this can cause consistent positive or unclear results, making it difficult to identify when truly there is a surge. So for some people listening to me, you don't even know what OPK is. So don't worry about it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those that are trying to conceive, but they are using OPKs. That is ovulation prediction kit, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, forget about it. What is important, we must be able to give information that everybody can benefit from. Thank you, Chef Cheesy. I appreciate you. Right? So high baseline in the LH levels can cause a lot of confusion. That's why you use it, knock, and still don't know what's happening. Right? The fourth misleading point is where you miss the surge completely. Right? LH surge can be short, right? And if the test is not frequent enough, the surge may be missed entirely. I say, did I not ovulate this month? It can give you a false impression of no ovulation. So when you use it, you must know these things I'm saying so that you can use it wisely. Right? Use it wisely. Don't get yourself confused. Now, this important point, which is the fifth point, why your OPK can mislead you, is when the urine is diluted, right? Because testing after you had heavy fluid intake can actually dilute the LH levels, right? What did I say? Testing after heavy fluid intake can dilute LH levels, which will produce a false negative result. So the urine is so diluted that when you test, the concentration of LH is not traceable because of urine volume per LH proportion is actually disproportionate, right? So that can happen. Yeah. There's also the timing error. There's also timing error when you test too early or too late in the cycle, and this can lead to incorrect interpretation. So is there anybody that is using OPK and you think you are getting it all right and it's working for you? I want to know, how does it work for you? Because it takes somebody who is painstaking, you're meticulous to use that thing successfully, right? But this is the most important limitation, right? The core issue, right, is ovulation kits measure a signal, not the event. Remember, ovulation is an event, but your kit is measuring just one of the many signals, and that is the LH. LH presence is a signal. It's not a proof that ovulation did occur. They detect more like they detect intention, not the outcome. Does that even make any sense at all? If it does not make sense, I will leave you to use your weekend to understand it. Then Monday I'll go into other things. But it's like you get, for example, if you're in a race, you want to win a race. Remember, the race did not start that day, right? So it's okay. One of the things I'm going to use to win this race is when I hear the gun, bam, right? The start gun in a race is only a sign or a signal in that race. It is not the whole process that leads to the outcome. Anyway, if you don't understand what I'm saying, don't worry about it. Long story short, your OPK can mislead you. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's important in the matters of fertility. You see, I cannot tell you anything about fertility without touching some of these areas. And I tell you, some of you are doing all the wrong things. One of the things we're trying to do is to make sure people are trying correctly, right? We're giving you opportunity, we're giving you knowledge, so that everybody will be at the equal bracket to try correctly. And if you have real problems, we can now direct you on what to do, right? But this issue matters because, couples often rely heavily on, some couples actually, they rely heavily on OPKs. OPK is the full meaning, ovulation prediction kits, right? Some rely heavily on it just to time their intercourse. So they are waiting. Oh, is he going to give us 2 lines? 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. Then you go and knock, right? That is not bad. That is not bad. And we should give some credit to the companies that use their brain to think that kind of thing, right? We should give them some credit, right? But the problem is that if the kit is misleading, intercourse may be mistimed. Ovulation may not actually even happen because the kit is only detecting a signal. It is not a confirmation that ovulation actually happened. It's a signal that ovulation is going to happen, right? Right? And that also will mean that opportunities will be missed from cycle after cycle. 6 months is gone, 1 year is gone, 1 year, 6 months is gone, and so on and so forth. You don't know if you're pregnant or not, go and do a test. Mando wife, please go and do a test and confirm if you're pregnant. I mean blood test, not that urine thing you people do. I prefer the blood test. The urine strip is good. It's good. I like it, but I prefer the blood test. Why not? Of course, you should track. In fact, you are more likely to get a better result with tracking. Right? You're more likely to get a better result with tracking. That is, if it's properly done. At least we can look at the size of the follicle and say in the next 24 hours it's going to rupture. So that's one. At least you have more. It's more of a visual thing. You are dealing with the follicle, right? And even after it ruptures, you can see that it has ruptured. I hope that is clear. Right? So this OPK problem actually can create a frustration, especially when everything looks all right. You will never know the frustration of those that are trying to conceive and everything looks all right. Semen analysis, all right. Hormonal values, all right. Fallopian tubes, open, right? Then what is the problem? You will never know. And you please, I keep on saying, one of the things you don't want to wish your worst enemy is infertility. Good evening, Maya. Maya is here. That reminds me, I know that some people are already heavily pregnant. I don't have your time. I have time for people who are still trying to conceive. Maybe when we are close to the end of the year, I will give some time to those who are pregnant and teach you one or two things as you prepare to carry your bundle of joy, right? So for now, I'm interested in those that are trying to conceive. So I'm going to talk about them more than anybody else. But it's easy. It's easy. I can give you a few signs that your OPK kits may be misleading you, right? I know that if there's somebody here that works in any of those companies, the guy will be mad. Now, it's not to demarket you, right? It's actually to give you information that you can take back to your factory and re-engineer it for better results. Is that okay? So don't always look at things from a negative point of view. Look at it from the next possibility. So I'm talking to those who are in the factories. Then for those who are trying to conceive, right? I hope you are learning something that will change the course of your journey. What if there's no follicle at the time of tracking? Okay, it's a good question, but understand something. Follicular tracking is not just one scan, it's a serial scan, right? It's a battery of scan. 3 to 4 if you wish, but about 3 times, right? Because you scan the baseline, then you scan to see if the follicles are developing, then you scan to see the dominant follicle and the size of it to determine when the ovulation may occur. And the last one, you may wish to come back to see if ovulation actually did occur, right? So you cannot say, as at the time you scan, there's no follicle. It means that you are scanning at the wrong time. It's a battery of scan. So whoever is doing it for you will lead you through. Is that okay? Martha is here. Hello, Martha. Good to see you. If you're here, you're not following me, you want to follow me now. Because one day I may just decide to talk to only people following me. That reminds me, somebody asked a question whether whether we have. Yes, maybe by next year I'll be ready for community thing, but right now I don't have power for community, right? Because there's so much with my busybody. I always want to do more, go the extra mile for people. But I don't think people online are ready to go the extra mile for you. So just manage the one way you get. Right. So I was going to talk about signs that OPK may be misleading you. Who is ready for that gist? Can you get pregnant on non-fertile day? Any that's Clara Oforiwa. Are you following me? Okay, she just followed me. Otherwise, I would have no answer. Clara, any knocking that you did outside your fertile window is just for your good pleasure, right? Right? So if you're actually determined to conceive, it has to be within your fertile window. Then we know that you are now serious to conceive. Right? I hope you understand. So what are the signs that your ovulation prediction kits may be misleading you? Sign number one. When you Christy Labese is just to add beauty. Exactly. So if you are okay, let me go back there. If you are actually knocking outside your fertile window, right, it's still not a loss. Provided that is a precious sperm, it will nourish your body, make you look good, fresh, cheeky, right? So it's still not a loss. And demand it because your body needs it. Okay. If you are less than 18 and you're listening to me, you have no business on my live stream. I'm not talking to everybody. Right? Is it me that is receiving the precious sperm? This Chrissy Labelle. Precious sperm is for those that are receiving it. Me now the factory. All right. So where was I? Signs that your ovulation prediction kits may be misleading you. Right? May be misleading you. Number one, when you are repeatedly testing positive without pregnancy. You have been using this thing for the longest, and yet pregnancy has not occurred. When will you advise yourself that this thing is misleading you? That is sign number one. Sign number two that is misleading you is in the case of irregular or very long cycles, it will mislead you. Irregular or very long cycles mislead you. Now, if you have been diagnosed of PCOS, your OPK kit will mislead you. Why? Because of what I said earlier, right? Now, for some people that are using this OPK, your OPK is saying one thing, Your other body signs are saying another thing, right? OPK said you are about to ovulate in 24 hours, but your cervical mucus is still as white as body lotion, right? Of course, I hope you know when the cervical mucus is like body lotion, the ovulation is not ready. It's not ready to come yet, right? It's not ready to come. It's when the cervical mucus is egg white, stretchy. That's when you know that ovulation is imminent. Is that okay? So when your cervical mucus is saying one thing, OPK is saying another thing, more likely the OPK is deceiving you, right? So that is conflicting body signs, right? And now when even you now have uncertainty about your time, so what's the purpose of using the ovulation prediction kit if you would end up being uncertain, right? So it's not all bad news. If I just told you how it's going to mislead you, so how is it not going to mislead you, right? Should I say that one, or I should just leave it alone? So should I talk about it? Better ways to confirm ovulation. Who is ready for this gist? Please tap on your screen if you're ready for this gist. Tap on your screen. Talk to me in the comment section, right? And if you are not following me, you are enjoying my lecture for the past 1 month. I will collect my information from your brain. Right? Better ways to confirm ovulation. To truly confirm ovulation, beyond your OPK, your ovulation prediction kit, other methods are needed, right? Other methods are needed. Method number 1. Progesterone blood tests, right? Just write it down somewhere, or you can go back to YouTube channel and look for this particular live stream so that you can get it, right? Other ways to confirm ovulation. I said the first one is progesterone blood tests, right? And this one is done about 7 days after ovulation. It actually confirms that ovulation actually occurred, right? The ovulation has already occurred, but it's to confirm that it did occur. Is that okay? The second one is what somebody asked. What's her name? I've forgotten her name. She was asking about tracking. Ultrasound follicular tracking. Yeah. What it does, it tracks follicular growth, right? It tracks egg release, that is a rupture, right? So this is one of the most accurate methods. Is that okay? It is one of the most accurate methods. So why have you not taken advantage of it? Anyway, so we now know one of the most accurate. Is that favorite baby? Favorite baby. Good to see you. Then the third one is BBT, that is basal body temperature. Basal body temperature. That is, you know that after ovulation, the body temperature rises, right? The body temperature rises, and this confirms ovulation after it has happened. This one confirms ovulation after it has happened. So if you carry your body touch me and your temperature dey up, I say, sister, how far now? You ovulated yesterday, wa? So that is the third one. The fourth one is that B? B, I see. The fourth one is cervical mucus. You need to learn how to observe your cervical mucus, right? Learn to observe it. It is your own. It is with you. Learn to observe it, right? You know what a fertile mucus look like now already? I was just saying because some people are too shy to respond. So a fertile mucus looks clear, it's stretchy, right? When you put it on your fingers, it's stretchy, right? And slippery. That's what a fertile mucus, cervical mucus, looks like. It helps to identify your fertile window. So when you see that kind of cervical mucus, it's an indication that ovulation is imminent. It has not occurred yet, it's imminent. So you are in the right time to begin to knock waiting no good anyhow. So having known all those methods, right, the smartest thing to do is to combine the method. That is my smartest thing to do. Instead of relying on only ovulation prediction kit now, or you are relying on basal body temperature now. Somebody said today I had bloody mixed mucus. Tomorrow is my ovulation day. Does it mean today is the day? I don't understand what you mean. What you said is outside everything we have said today. So, I don't know what you mean, but is that your constant experience? Please go and see your doctor. Let that be checked out. You cannot have bloody mucus. You cannot have bloody mucus. See your doctor, please. Is that okay? So you want to combine the method, which will be a smarter approach. So instead of relying on only one thing, like the OPK, you want to combine multiple indicators of ovulation, like you can use OPK, that is ovulation prediction kit, right? That one predicts. You can use mucus, cervical mucus. It supports the tracking. Hi, Mrs. Kamara is here, right? Body temperature confirms that the ovulation has actually happened, right? So this gives a more complete picture. And now, if all of these things is still confusing you, please go for ultrasound follicular tracking and rest. Is that okay? Now, these OPK we are talking about, even they work best in regular cycle. They work best in regular cycle. Irregular cycle reduces the reliability. So if you have irregular cycle and you're using ovulation prediction kit, you're wasting your time. Even the regular cycle, you have not even done it well. You are now using it for irregular cycle. Don't waste your time. I just told you the things to consider, right? But remember, whether you are confirming ovulation or not, remember that they do not measure They did not measure egg quality. Egg quality cannot be, you cannot test it with kits. Good evening. Good evening. No name. I can see your name. You're welcome. All right. They cannot predict egg quality. They don't guarantee fertility success because fertility is a different thing. We need ovulation for fertility to happen, for fertilization to happen, right? But for fertilization to happen, you need quality sperm, you need quality egg, right? For pregnancy to even happen or become successful at all, everything must align. I've talked about these things. So if you missed it, go and watch the videos on my YouTube channel. Is that okay? You will ask your questions shortly, right? Because I don't want to stay too long today. Thank God it's Friday. Let me go and, like Christy Labelle said, let me go and produce precious. So your ovulation confirmation does not guarantee fertility success, right? The problem with this ovulation kit, there's it puts you in an emotional trap, right? Puts you in an emotional trap. Ovulation kit can create a false sense of certainty. Well, if you have not heard this before, I'm telling you today. Why? Because I want you to begin to try right? When pregnancy does not happen, what happens to you that is using the kit as your only method to determine, right? When pregnancy does not happen, what happens to you emotionally? Confusion. Begin to doubt yourself, become frustrated. So when you understand the limitation of what you are using, it helps you restore that clarity. And that's my job on the live stream, also to give you clarity. If you don't want to hear clarity, don't worry, right? So let's take some questions because it's Friday and I need to go early, right? But just know that ovulation kits are helpful regardless, but they are not perfect, right? They are helpful, but they're not perfect. They only guide you, they suggest to you, they point you in a direction, but they will not confirm to you that ovulation it really did happen, right? So send your questions, send your requests. Let's answer you, right? Ovulation kits only identify one signal because there are many things to consider. Okay, good question. Divine, I like that. I like, I like what you asked.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, hold on. Is okay? Is that divine?
Yes, please. Good
Good
evening, sir.
evening, divine.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, divine.
Okay, Doc. Last month I did a follicular tracking. So
Hmm.
on the day they asked me to that they told me that the egg has collapsed, that I should baby dance with my husband, of which I did. But
Knack. What you done? It's knack.
okay, they said I should go and knock that one of the because they saw two eggs, so they say one has collapsed. That I should go and knock. So after all the knocking and all that, last month March, so I was surprised, hoping that the thing has entered. I was seeing all the signs. I was just feeling all the signs of pregnancy, but it was so unfortunate that this month again, my this thing came out.
Okay.
My monthly visit.
Divine.
Sir,
I understand. I understand you, and I also feel I also feel your pain in that direction, right?
Thank you, sir.
The unfortunate thing is that you see, when you do follicular tracking, one of the things you notice, you can have more than one large follicle, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, it is only one that will ovulate. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The unfortunate thing here is that the ovulation had already happened before you were given the signal for knacking. Do you understand?
Doc, no, please, sir. Doc, can I just speak? Because me too, I was also monitoring. Before now,
Okay.
I have
How,
three
how,
I have three daughters. So before now, what I'm learning now online, I don't know about it. I don't know that there is a particular time you will knack and you have a boy, and that I was just so ignorant, even with my age in terms of childbearing. I was so ignorant. So most times when I see my monthly flow, after some time again, I used to have these severe pains in either my left or my right side of the stomach, and I never knew that that signifies anything. I never knew, not until when I have this my three daughters and I started looking for another gender. So I never knew that there is something like you will wait for a particular time, you will wait for a particular thing before you have another child.
okay. This second thing you said now is different from the first time, for the first thing. But let me just give you some clarity. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Um, yes, I'm aware of the people say, okay, you want a particular gender, knock so time and all that. You know where all that is coming from? It's
No.
coming from the premise that X chromosome
Mm,
sperm travel faster,
mm.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, but their lifespan is short.
Mm,
So when you knock closer to your ovulation, you're likely that's what they told you. They did not say for sure it is going to be.
okay.
Is that not what they told you? They said likely.
Mm. Yes, sir.
It's not a guarantee. Why? Because fertility biology is reproductive biology is a thing of probability,
Okay.
right? Is probability. So you cannot certainly say this knack where I want knack now I'm going to get a boy. No,
Mm.
it's a thing of probability. And there are several other factors that interplay with respect to these issues. I've done a lot of discussion on these things, but just for your question,
Mm.
right? For your
Yes, sir.
question, um, if you want to have 100% gender selection without too much stress,
Mm.
go and do gender selection in IVF.
Mm.
100%, you are sure that you are getting what you want to get.
But it's
But if it's this
extremely
natural thing,
expensive.
and that is the problem now. I don't know whether we are going to start GoFundMe for everybody that should do IVF. I think that will help because majority of the people, especially those that are trying to conceive, the problem with IVF is money.
Mm.
Right? Whether home or abroad is the same thing. Money is expensive. So God will help us one day. We'll see
Amen.
how it will happen. It's expensive indeed. So the gender selection in the when you want to conceive naturally is
Mm.
a probability thing. There's no certainty to it. Do you understand? So I don't want you to waste too much energy on that, right?
Yes, sir.
However, you can do all those. There are several theories. There are several theories. You knock closer to your what do you call it now?
Ovulation.
To your ovulation. You You knock and release in deep penetration. There is the one they say you eat a certain kind of,
Avocado.
all those kind of theories are there, right? Those theories are there, but it's still a question of probability. The question of probability, because in the end, it is the sperm cell that arrive at the egg that will fertilize it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So these are the issues. So calm down, calm down. Keep trying, but again, if you really want to have 100% chance, gender selection in IVF will solve the
So
problem.
please, which hospital do you work with, and where do you reside? Sorry, I'm in Port Harcourt.
Abuja, Nigeria.
Wow. All your money. Oh,
Is actually political money.
political money, no be so.
Anyway, so if you are in Port Harcourt, okay, I don't think I have, but again, we'll definitely begin to get. Please, I can you explain for the recruitment process. Nana. Okay, but again, let's see. Let's see. I will ask colleagues in that area for very good uh, facilities in Port Harcourt
Mm.
that I can always advise you guys to use. Right?
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. So Nana said something. Thank you very much for the heart. Nana said, "Can you explain follicular tracking?" Nana. Okay, just the abridged version. Lagos. Don't worry, I'm actually working on some of these facility things so that as you guys are coming up, we'll send you to those locations. Let's see. Because this year, people will carry belle, whether you like it or not.
Amen.
So if you don't want carry belle, don't come to my live stream. This live stream is for people who want carry belle. So, so we'll just keep working on what we are doing. All right. So back to that question. Please understand that follicular tracking is a series of ultrasound scan. It's
Yes.
not just you don't just go to the clinic and say, oh, I want to scan, right?
Mm.
Right? Miss Kamara, yes, so knock for life. There is no pregnancy without knacking, unless you are going to give birth to another Messiah, right? So so ultrasound tracking is a series of and it is a transvaginal ultrasound. Transvaginal ultrasound. That's one that they put the ultrasound probe inside the vagina, right? That's what it is. There is no tracking without that one. That's number one. Number two, the first scan is usually to establish the baseline. That will be immediately after your menstrual flow. So that scan is called the baseline scan to look at the issues around the ovaries. Then the next one will be to establish developing follicles. The third one will identify the dominant follicle. Dominant follicle is the one that is more likely to ovulate. So that's the one they will zero in on. Then depend on the size. So when they look at the size and it's good enough, that's okay. In 2 days' time or in 24 hours, you may just ovulate. So you go and knock, and you may get the results or you may not get the results, because ovulation is not the only answer. It's not the only answer to pregnancy. Sperm quality is there. Egg quality is there, right? Even some people, their immune system is even terrible. is fighting the sperm, fighting the embryo, right? So many things. Hormonal levels is still a problem. So many things. So when you do follicular tracking, is to help you know when the possibility of ovulation would be, and that, like I said, is the most reliable of all the of all the methods I've talked about today. Is most reliable, and do it with somebody who is very good at it. Is that okay?